every deer hunter, they ought to have them like a hunting room or a little closet where they keep all their gear. And this is my gear room. And it is just the most organized thing you've ever seen in your entire life. Someone told me once that for something to be organized for a man, that they should be able to walk into the room and find anything that they own, but nobody else should be able to find it. So that's what I got here. We'll just kind of go around the room and I'll show you what I got in here. Every room needs to have a big old shelf. Up here, I just got a bunch of like cases. I got some gun cases and a bow case, arrow case. Keep all that. Oh, look here. Got some limbs to a prime bow. I think those are 70-pound limbs for Maddie's bow. And then you got to have just every hunter has to have a plethora of hats laying around. I mean, it wouldn't be crazy to have 50 hats probably. You got your ASIO, a Zeke Outdoors hat. There's a Prime hat, a Maven Optics hat. Let's see here. Oh, another thing that you got to have is just more bug spray. You could drown yourself in the bug spray I have, because what happens is you leave to go somewhere and then you realize, dang, I forgot my bug spray. I got to go buy another can of bug spray. And then you put it up here on the shelf and then you leave again and forget your bug spray and you go buy another can of bug spray. And all of a sudden you got so much dang bug spray that like I said, you could kill every mosquito in this county with it. Have your $1,500 set of binoculars just laying loose in here to get all dirty and scratched up. That's always really best practice. This here is my optics slash game calls. Just, I don't know about anybody else. These game calls, I used to always tinker around with game calls. And I have, like, there's a hoot owl. Look at this. There's a bugle. That's a Primo's bugle. There's a good grunt call. Daggone. I ought to put that somewhere where I remember where it's at. And then a rattle and antler bag that I've lost most of the, somehow they fell out or something, but with like 2 sticks in it, that's all that's in there. A few more grunt calls, some strikers, 4 or 5 strikers. There's some kind of a elk call, but yeah, I got to have a box of just junk game calls is what you got to have in every. There's my. I'm always looking for my rangefinder, so I keep it right there. Something else, my wife will really appreciate this. This year I was looking for some burlap and knew I had some but couldn't find it. So I'm like, dang, I'm just going to buy me another thing of burlap. So I bought me another one, and then I found my old burlap that I knew I had, and then I didn't even use the stuff I bought. Didn't even do the project. So now I got 2 things of burlap. Oh, here's something that's real important too. Everybody needs to have just a box of stealth strips. If you ever order stealth strips, just get with Lou and tell him, like, instead of just ordering a couple or here or there, just order a box of it. He'll sell it to you like that, I bet. Bunch of loose extra climbing sticks. Here's my here's a brand new, what's this? Oh, this is like a first aid kit. I think I bought these like there was a sale on a pack of them or something, and I bought a couple of them. Those are right there. And here's another thing I bought that I didn't have to, was some propane. We bought these the other day. I had one right here the whole time, but that's all right. You always use more of that stuff. Here's another climbing stick. You got to have those, more of them laying around in places. You got things falling off the shelf. I'm trying to think if there's anything else cool that you need to see on this shelf. I got a bunch of just random, because I thought I was really cool and doing some elk hunting, and thought I needed some trekking poles. So there's some trekking poles. Set of rattle and antlers that they're all cut up so that you don't smash your fingers. Here's something cool. This here's an old Remington 1100 that my grandpa gave me. And why it's out here, why I'm showing you right now, is my dad dipped it. I used this. I got this when I was a little kid, and it was beat to crap. I mean, I hunted deer, ducks, I hunted doves, rabbits, squirrels with it, and it was in bad shape just from use over the last 20 years or so. And Dad dipped it and cleaned it up for me, so it looks real good now. But he did a good job there. I just ain't put it away yet. What else? Let's go over here. So, I'm not a financial advisor, but everybody's always investing in in mutual funds or stocks, or if you're real broke, you know, you invest in bonds. You know what I invest in? Arrows. You can't ever have enough daggone arrows. And I used to buy them all the time. Like, talking about arrows, son. One day, the economy is going to collapse and America is not going to be what it is. We're just going to reset. And you think your mutual funds and your 401k are going to be worth anything? No. You know what everybody's going to need? They're going to need a bunch of arrows. And who they're going to have to come to buy these arrows? I'm going to have them. Something else you got to have. I mean, enough broadheads that I could take every game animal in this country with. I got mechanicals up here. You got your fixed blade broadheads, your 100 grain. I got a whole, I mean, enough razor heads. Dave, every time he sees me, he gives me more razor broadheads. So I got enough razor broadheads. And then if you can't find a pack of them, here's a bunch of used ones that's been through animals. And then if you can't find the ones in the packs you need, there's probably whatever you need is probably in this mess here. So got to have enough broadheads to, you know, slay everything you could possibly slay and be ready for the apocalypse when nothing's. Here's a Etsy Azula knife that I've been looking for. That's going to go inside. But oh, here's just a loose blade. Got to have them laying around. And then if for the loose blade, I do have some band-aids up here just in case. You know, there's another blade for a Havilon knife. I think that's what those are for. Here's something cool. I got some displayed pictures, old pictures of me from when I was young. Some bucks I killed when I was real young. There's another one. Killed that deer on a deer drive with a bow and arrow. What else we got here? These shelves are real. They're everything's just where they're supposed to be. There's a turkey. That may have been my very first turkey I ever killed. Me and my cousin Adam there. Not the greatest picture of the turkey. Not sure what we were doing with that, but yeah. So got a bunch of arrows, here's some more broadheads. There's some, what's this here? What are these called? Day 6 broadheads. There's some more of them, a pack of them. I never even used those. Here's some more stealth strips, a black color. And I'll put them where they go down there. And then I just keep like, I like to work on my bows. And kind of any tool up here that I've used for working on bows, I keep up here. Something else that's real handy that I keep with in my little hunting room is, this is a gun like smithing device or whatever you want to call it, vise or rest. But it's real nice for bows too. You can put your compound or your trad bow and lay it in here and work on it. And then I just have a bunch of crap in here for bows, whether it be serving or D-loop material, D-loop pliers. I got a bunch of field tips in here. So keep that. It's a real handy tool. Here's some levels for your when you're putting rest and whatnot on. There's a brand new toothbrush. Never know when you're gonna need that. Glue. And then I keep like kits up here. These are actually kind of organized. There's like, this is like gunsmithing box. I think this is like some archery stuff. I don't know what this is. Not sure what that is. Here's all the vanes and feathers, and then every deer hunter that is a bow hunter, you gotta have a tackle box. But it ain't what you think it is. It's a tackle box just full of, believe it or not, more broadheads, just field tips, just random odds and end things you may need for a bunch of inserts, nocks, anything a guy would need for your bow or your arrows, probably in this box somewhere. But keep that nice and organized too, up on the shelf. Here, look what we got here. This is all new accessories for my bow this year. I haven't put my bow together yet, but I'm going to try this black gold sight and one of those Hamsky rests and a peep and a quiver and all that stuff. And then I'll piece together some arrows for that. I got like a kit down here that's kind of ready to go for camping if I ever go on a kind of impromptu hunt, which I do from time to time. Oh, here's something else every hunter needs to have. I'm talking about more game cameras than you're possibly ever going to need in your entire life. I mean, there's ones in boxes, just ones randomly laying in here. I don't know, probably about a quarter of them don't work anymore. Oh, and then, just in case, more bug spray in here. Let's put that where it goes, up here with the rest of them. But yeah, you want to have enough game cameras that you could film your entire property. Um, and then if you don't have enough room in your one box, you start putting them in another tote. This is kind of actually a tote that I take with me when I am going scouting for real. It has SD cards and a couple cameras that are kind of formatted, ready to go, and then some juices. We call them juices to make mock scrapes. What else we got in here? This shelf. These are all custom built shelves. These little milk crates. They just got odds and ends in them. I try to keep them. I did have them pretty organized at one point in time, but this one is like things for tree stands. Whether it be straps or saws or this is a pad for a tree saddle. More straps. Everything's in here. Here you go. Look at here. I keep a bunch of these around. This is my favorite face mask for hunting. It's called a spandaflage, and it's just a real flexible face mask that's kind of fits your face real nice. But I like them things for when it gets a little later in the season, a little cooler. A real nice face mask. Camping gear. This is a bunch of. This isn't supposed to be right there, but it's supposed to be up here. Up here, but I got sleeping bags. I got like mountain hunting tents. Different weight sleeping bags from like a down. Like this is a Kuiu down bag that's really warm and really lightweight. If you were going to go on a backpacking trip, that's a backpacking tent right there. You got, sleeping pads. Down here in this tote, camping like lightweight cooking utensils, more propane tanks that probably should be over here, so we know we got them. These are kind of cool. These are something that I take with me when I'm hunting on a western backpacking trip. But they're a plate that turns into a little bowl. I don't even know what these things are called, but they were super cheap on Amazon. I don't know, maybe $10. But turn into a little bowl. You can make something out of them, and they fit in your pack real slim. Bunch of camp stoves in there. And then kind of down on this shelf, I got a boot for every day of the week. I got my rubber boots here. Here's some like Baffin real warm rubber boots. Here's some gum leaf boots. I got my frog legs down here. These are lacrosse snake boots. And then I got my mountain hunting boots. These are some Zamberlins, and these are my Lathrop and Sons. These are the ones I wear now. These don't even have shoelaces. I got to get some shoelaces for them. This is all just hunting clothes here. Most of this stuff is stuff I didn't wear last year just because of the weather. But got heavy rain gear, rain stuff here. Here's a heavyweight ASIO gear stuff. I got some old Sitka stuff here. Vests, another vest. But yeah, I keep most of my stuff here. Most of my stuff's actually in totes, but this is the stuff I didn't wear last year. There's base layers right there in that box. My goal is to have everything here to where I can come in here and change, and then not have to track things in and out of the house. But it usually doesn't work out that way. Got a what do you call these things? The ghillie top up there. I use that quite a bit. Then over here's just a bunch of saddle hunting gear. This is some latitude sticks, and then a couple of X-wing platforms. I keep those laying right there, kind of ready at the go. Extra stuff laying around. And then switch me spots here. This is all like climbing gear. I keep all my climbing gear here. Just different harnesses. This is I don't know what this is. Some kind of I think it's called a kill deer harness. This is a tacta saddle harness. Here's my saddle, my latitude saddle. And then here's some of Maddie's tree harness there. Over here, this has turned into any type of a pack you could possibly want up here. So I got a bunch of the ASIO packs up here. Turkey vest is in here, another turkey vest. Some just hiking packs are in here. There's a small game vest back in here. All that stuff, it just lives right there. If I ever need it, it's all at the ready. I usually keep a scouting pack kind of stocked up, and then I got a separate hunting pack just so you're not switching things out on packs all the time. There's a pair of waders back there that I don't hardly wear anymore. All right, let's see here. We're almost been through everything. But this is a bunch of bows that I have. This is Maddie's bow. This is one of the Prime. It's an older Nexus Prime, but it's a really good shooting bow. She really likes it. It's a 40-pound bow. Here's one of the best long bows I've ever shot is a Big Jim Thunderchild, and this is a Thunderchild here. I've had two of them. I had a 58-inch bow. This is a 56-inch bow, but I ain't got this one set up yet. But it's a 50-pound at 28 inches, and these things are shooters, and they're super, super compact, super short little bow. It'd be a really good hunting bow this year. I'm gonna tinker with it a little bit, but Big Jim makes a really pretty bow. He also puts a really cool like a buffalo nickel engraved inside the bow, which is kind of cool. Let's see here. What else here? Well, here's a Osage bow I made. One of the first ones I ever made. Not the greatest craftsmanship, but it shoots. Some quivers, some hip quivers. Here's a push archery hip quiver. That's a really nice hip quiver. This is Maddie's, I think. What else? Here's my bow fishing rig. Me and Huck killed a fish with this last summer. Pretty neat though. Here's Maddie's longbow. This is a Timberhawk. Timberhawk. I can't remember, Falcon. And it's kind of cool. He always puts some Bible verse on the bow itself here. Scott's a really good guy. He's actually from southern Indiana, just about 20 minutes from my house. We don't live that far apart. This bow fishing bow is just a Bear Grizzly that I got at a yard sale for almost nothing. And here's the longbow that I had been shooting and using. This is a Tolkien Whip. No, it ain't a Tolkien Whip. Is this the whip? Yeah, Tolkien Whip. It's a 50-pound bow again at my draw length. And then it has this is a Big Jim quiver. It has a kickback quiver. The problem with quivers oftentimes on a trad bow, if you can imagine your arrows, if you had a typical straight quiver, they would actually stick out down here and makes the profile real big. So Big Jim made this type of quiver that kicks back, and it's really nice actually. I really like that quiver. What other bows we got here? This little guy here, I made this for Huck. I think on his first birthday I gave it to him. Just a little Osage bow that I carved out of a limb, but it's pretty cool. He ain't messed with it much lately. I got him a little compound, and he's kind of been messing with that. But this is a neat little bow. I'm sure him and Hazel get into that once they get a little older. And then this is a man's bow right here. This is a Northern Mist. This is a classic, but this sucker is 62 pounds at my draw length, and I probably need to have it sent in to Steve Teray and get some weight taken off of it, but haven't done that yet. I don't know if I will. Maybe one of these days I will. And then these are just some odds and end bows that we bought at yard sales, or just some kind of cheapy ones. This is my new Prime RVX. I ain't set this thing up yet. Kind of excited too. It's in the ASIO camo. That'll probably be my next big project, is getting the compound shooting and ready to go. But other than that, that's kind of a tour of my gear room. So make sure you hit the subscribe button if you like the video, and there's another video to watch here, guys.